It's time for the big interview. Oh, wow. I don't know why I sang, but I did. And you got to enjoy it. All right. So at the FayWhat show, we want to introduce you to interesting people who are important to our LGBTQ plus community. This morning, I present to you an interview with one such influential queer trailblazer. That's Chuck King, baby. So Chuck King, GM and co-owner of Eagle Wilton Manors and producer of Lauderdale Tropical Bear Week. All right. So it's been welcome to my show, Chuck. Sorry, Chuck. Welcome to my show.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Faye.
I'm so happy to have you here, honey. Like, for real.
I am super happy to be here. I love you. I love your show. It's an honor.
Well, okay. So according to you, it's been 35 years since you've been in bed with a woman. How does that wash over you? Because now you're in bed with a woman. There's a lot of pink going on.
There's a lot of pink. There's a lot of sexy, and I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my God. I love when I make gay boys nervous because it's like, you're a gay boy, you know, I'm a lesbian. We're just two peas in a pod doing our thing. And, you know, I mean, like, you're an awesome dude. You know that.
Thank you.
Okay. And I love these pajamas.
I got them just for the show.
I love it. And the little rabbits or whatever.
It's a Psycho Bunny brand, which I'm like a huge fan of. I have a bunch of their shirts and stuff. But I saw these just on the online catalog and had to get them.
They're so perfect, though. Little hot. Like, you don't strike me as the kind of guy that sleeps like in long sleeves and all that.
I don't at all. I sleep totally naked.
Thank you. My little daydreams of Chuck King are true. So Chuck, you know, you're an awesome part of community. You know, you started two nonprofits yourself. You know what it's like to advocate and to be an activist. You're highly regarded by me. Okay. But also, I love that you don't take no shit from anyone. All right. Does that explain you to a T?
That does. It does. You know, I'm all about getting things done. I'm all about activism for sure, and especially in this time, we really need to stand up and fight again. Unfortunately,
yeah.
But I love what I do. I don't want anyone to kiss my ass or anybody else's ass. We just got to be real together and support and lift each other up.
Yeah, because unification is it. You know, the reality is that they're coming. It's like people we're always trying to separate ourselves. We're part of this acronym, and I get it. None of us asked to be together, but we are.
Yeah.
And when one of the letters is attacked, we've all got to get together because we're next. I mean, it's just a matter of getting through the letters.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, the trans people are probably in the worst state, unfortunately, because of everything that they're being put through right now.
Everything.
And it's really sad. And we all have to help that situation because they can't do it alone.
100%. Yesterday was Trans Day of Visibility. And, you know, so many people came out to the Pride Center and to AHF South. And, you know, that's what you do. If you are an ally, then you show up. You know, and Chuck is a great example of that. Chuck, what's the best part about having a place, you know, that people can come home to, like Eagle on the Drive?
So, you know, we view ourselves kind of as a community center in a way, because we do a lot of things during the day. Like, we have education classes coming in and we've had art classes come in, things like that, just to use the space, and we don't charge for that.
I love that.
So we've had films filmed there, and we just had a music video shot there. And so we do whatever we can to share the space whenever possible. But we have a responsibility, being like one of the center, you know, nightclubs on the Drive. We have a responsibility to the community to give back and to support and help. So. And you do.
You know, one of the funny things is, like, I didn't become such a huge Eagle fan, as you all know, recently happened, right? The last couple of years was when I really started, like, seeing Eagle Bar and not saying, oh, I don't belong there, right? Because too many people think that just by maybe a stereotype that you thought, or you think Eagle Bar is a leather bar, no lesbian is going to be, you know, welcome there. I was so wrong on so many levels, and you know, when I'm wrong, I say it, right? A couple of years back, I want to say it was maybe almost 4 years now, where Eagle had a lesbian tea dance. Okay. And they were having it like every month, and it was packed with women at the Eagle. Like, I was blown away by that.
Yeah, absolutely. We are open to doing anything and everything, you know? And so if someone wants to approach us and do some off the wall event, we're usually all in. So, you know,
I love that.
Yeah, anything.
I love that. So Chuck, you run the day-to-day as GM over at the Eagle. What's the hardest part, and what makes you smile?
Oh gosh, the hardest part is just There's a lot of detail, a lot of logistics that go into day-to-day stuff, but more so even external events and internal events. It take months and months to put together. But I love doing it. It's my passion. And what makes me smile is when I come into the nightclub and I can just kind of look across the room and see smiles. That's the end all be all for me.
Yeah.
So,
And there's something about the red lights when that happens, right? And the smiles that go with it. If you know, you know. Okay, let's put it that way, all right? You produce some incredible events, okay? You really do. Florida Leather Weekend, the Mr. Eagle Wilton Manors, High Razor, love you, love you. Baltimore-based Bears, Bikers, and Mayhem, that's been around for a couple of years, and many other bear and leather events, you know? Plus what's coming up, which is what we wanted to talk about, which is Lauderdale Tropical Bear Week. That's coming up April 8th through the 13th. When did Lauderdale Tropical Bear Week start?
It started actually, this is its 5th year. It was originally called Bears in the Alley because we had the street fair kind of behind the Eagle in the parking lot. But we outgrew that. So it's now called Bear Village at Richardson Park. That's the main pinnacle event of the 6 days of long events. It starts on the 8th, ends on the 13th. There's day-to-day things every single day. There's you have a schedule packed full of stuff. At nighttime there's always stuff. Sometimes there's 3 or 4 things going on. So it caters to everyone, men, women, children, every sex, race, whatever. But we focus on the bear community. This is an event for them, for their admirers, and then anyone who just wants to join in for the party. So.
Okay, well, and I'm glad that you added that because sometimes, again, we always try to separate ourselves in our community. I don't know why, right? Where it's like, oh, it's for bears, I can't go, right? But I mean, how about bear-loving folks that are many? You're allowed to be there as well, and you're going to have fun because, everything to your heart's content is right there, I went last year to one of the events when it was in the alley, and it was packed. It was packed, and I had so much fun, and the food was good. I know you don't expect the food to be good. It was delicious. Okay. Why do you think it's so popular? Why do you think that Tropical Bear Week is so popular?
Well, one, there really wasn't a bear week in the community.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised with as many bears as you have.
I was shocked, actually. So we came together. This obviously isn't just me. We have a staff. We have tons of volunteers, and we're looking for a few more volunteers. If you go to lauderdaleTropicalBear.com and click on the volunteer tab, just send us the menu or the form. Sorry. But yeah, it's such a great event, and it really encompasses everyone. So we have everyone show up, all walks of life, everything. So there's pool parties, there's dance parties, there's a bear party cruise that goes out on the Intercoastal. There's a cabaret show with 8 singers, and that's being produced by our folks and friends at the Crown in P-Town.
Oh, Crown, I love that. So yes. Mr. Hawkins over there. Yeah,
exactly. So he'll be down here. He's doing that show, and then the Pinnacle show at the park on Saturday, April 12th. There's all kinds of people singing. There's Brian Justin Crumb from America's Got Talent.
Oh, love him.
It's being hosted by
He's a
Meatball.
cutie.
Oh yeah, he's adorable.
He
Absolutely
is freaking adorable. And Meatball's funny AF.
Yes. And then it'll all come to culmination with Alternate at the end. It should be performing at 8 p.m. on Saturday.
I love Alternate. I would be the crazy lesbian at the front right there going. So good. I'm so glad that you touched on volunteerism, okay? Because again, yes, he wants to sell tickets to his event, but he also wants to give the opportunity for people that want to volunteer and also help the organization, right? I encounter so many people that come up to me all the time like, this town is so hard to make friends, oh, I want to meet more people, right? Yeah. Or I want to get involved. This is how you get involved. You volunteer at an event that has this many people coming to it. If you're shy, right, this is the best thing for you because you'll be forced to interact with people, like Absolutely. It or not.
Yeah. Definitely.
You might walk away with your Mr. Right. You never know what can happen.
Bear Week will do that for you.
See?
Even if it's just for a day.
Even if it's just for a day. Let's be real, So you're originally from Wisconsin or something?
Yeah, from Milwaukee, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that where the cheese is at?
That's where all the cheese is at.
Okay. So do you go back a lot? Do you still have family there?
Yeah, so my mother passed away a few years ago.
Sorry.
So I thank you, I appreciate that. So I don't go back as much as I used to, but I'm actually due for a trip. My brother's been dealing with some health issues, so I'm going to go see him. And my dad's still alive with my stepmother. So yeah, whenever I go back, we have a great time. I get along well with my family, and
I love that.
But I love going home. It's there's nothing like going back home.
How's community there?
There's a great community, actually. They do a big Pride Festival they have a huge fairgrounds downtown, and it's called Summerfest. But they have different festivals throughout the summer as well, and they do a big, giant gay Pride Festival right on the lake there. It's beautiful.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So you're also invested in one of my favorite eateries when it comes to things that I want to put all over my wife's body and lick off. Guess what I'm talking about? Dessert, baby, cupcake daddy, or cake daddy. Excuse me. I love his cupcakes. They're like my favorite. They were my favorite before you guys even opened the shop. And that's with Hottie Victor Calderon. I love him.
He's amazing.
What a great guy. Him and his husband are just like they could be like you. There's always 50 million things going on, right? But they still stop and take a moment to like look at you and say, "Hi, how are you?" And I'm like, "Bitch, what do you mean? How are you? Like you've got so much going on, I mean, incredible, So how did that come about?
Victor's he's our baker, basically. It's really his whole genius behind the whole thing. But I lived at the Gables, a few years back, and I ran into him and I met him in the pool actually one afternoon, and then I found out that he was the baker that I had gone to a party and tasted his amazing treats, and then I just said, "Why don't you have a store?" And he said, "Well, it's kind of just never worked out." And I'm like, "Well, let's make this happen." So that's honestly how it all unfolded. But he does an amazing job. He runs the place. His desserts are so fresh and delicious, and we actually just won best dessert this year with the what's it called, the magazine with
Out South Florida, right?
Yes,
the best of yeah.
So yeah, we just won best cinnamon roll for the best dessert. So
pero coño, let me tell you something, that cinnamon roll, and there's something about the cinnamon rolls, right? I think like you even feel the energy and the warmth. You can almost smell the cinnamon through the freaking videos. Watch one of Victor's videos, because he puts them out all the time where he's taking the cinnamon rolls out, and I'm just like, I just want to live in that cinnamon roll, like they're just so good.
It's so gooey and juicy, and they're daddy size, so they're like really, really big. They're delicious.
They're daddy size, yes. That's 4 lesbian pieces.
Yes,
it's daddy size. Incredible stuff, and not easy to start a place like on Wilton Drive. It's just not. You know what I mean? Times are difficult. Things cost a lot of money. Overhead is not easy. Employees is not easy. Like, have you and Victor ever stopped and gone, did we make the right choice? Right?
I think we've always done that. Like every month we're like, okay, because the first years are really difficult.
Yes.
But we're picking up business, and I think if you could just survive that first year, which we're about to have our anniversary.
Yay!
So yeah, we're doing well.
It's been a year?
I cannot. It has flown by.
Like we just had the opening. We just had the ribbon cutting. It feels like a month ago, and it's been a year. And like Chuck said, that first year is grueling. In community, we really support like when something is new, and then we kind of start dwindling down and forgetting.
Right,
you know what I mean? Cake Daddy is not just a place where you get your cake for a birthday or your cupcake for the day. You can get your morning coffee there. You can get a pastry. You can get ice cream. There's so many different things. It's not just cakes. Okay, so go out and support. I'm always telling you got to support BIPOC, you got to support LGBTQ+, all right, because they're coming for us. All that Amazon stuff that you're buying ain't helping us.
Right, that's so true.
True. And I'm addicted to Amazon.
Oh my God, me too. But we're really trying to make a conscious effort.
Me too. Instead of like the 18 packages I used to have in front of my house, now I get like 1 a week. And again, that's a lot coming from gay, because we really expect our shit like right there.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Amazon has made it so simple. So
You give us a theme and we go straight to Amazon and see what we can do. You know, like my brother Tony had his Sun Serve Gala and it was Bloom, right? So I started looking for flowers and appliques and things that I wanted a big ass flower to just put on my head. And Amazon could bring it to you the next day, but I did not want to give Bezos any more money. So I just went to a drag queen because that's what you do. Anyway.
That's a good idea.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Think about it. You got to use what you got.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And they have everything.
And they have everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything. Have you ever dressed in drag?
So I have. This is a long time ago, but I did it for a charity benefit. And my ex-husband and I, we did a number. Oh God, I forget the number, but we had a friend who made us really fabulous costumes. It was for like a Christmas show. There's some horrible pictures out there, probably on Facebook. But we performed a number and it was a lot of fun. And then we actually were asked to do it in Baltimore, the same number. For a show that was coming up because we were just so fabulous.
Oh my God! So same outfit, same drag. You had to do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Listen, everybody needs to do drag once. That way, you respect the art, right? You respect everything that it comes with, right? When you see your favorite drag queen and you give her a couple bucks, you don't know that she's been tucked for the last 5 hours, that she's had makeup slacked on, that it's taken her about 2 hours to get the makeup on. You know, it takes time. You know.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your partner, Corey. I adore him.
Me too.
Oh, I'm glad. That's important. What a sweet guy. What a nice guy. He really, it's hard to explain this to you. Okay. So when I met my wife, right, when we were getting married and they were like, oh, you know, does she complete you? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, she doesn't complete me. I was a complete person before her. Okay. We came together and we became a power couple, and I will elevate her when she needs it and she will elevate me when I need it, you know?
Absolutely.
But we couldn't be more opposite, okay?
Yes.
Like, me and my wife can't be more opposite.
Oh
like, it literally, if I say black, she says white, right? I love red velvet, she likes chocolate. Like, we're very, very, very different, right? Corey elevates you in such a wonderful degree. Like, if you ever find Corey, if I run into him without you, right? It's like still like, oh, how are you, Corey? Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, Chuck had this thing today and we had to make sure we had to do that and blah, blah, blah. Like, his support for you is just seamless and flawless and effortless.
It is.
And he makes it look easy when you got so much shit going on.
Yeah, I have a lot of shit going on. We are also total opposites. You know, he is so detailed oriented and just like he's just really great at planning and all that stuff. I'm great at coming up with ideas.
Okay.
And then the execution is, you know, that's why we have a team of people at work, because, you know, I can't do it all myself. Just the ideas pretty much. But yeah, no, Corey's he's amazing. He's got a great job. He's in advertising. We could not be more opposite. We were both so stubborn. I hate to admit that, but like, you know, somebody's always got to be right when we have a little argument.
Yeah.
But I love him dearly. He's a really wonderful, wonderful guy.
He really is. Do you ever, you know, we know the chaos in our LGBTQ plus community when it comes to partners and when it comes to love interest and it comes to, you know, and everybody, open relationships, whatever you have that works for you, do you, boo, you know? But like, are there moments, at least for me, like when I'll see all the chaos with people trying to date, I'm like, oh my God, thank God I'm married. Right? Like, do you have this time ever come
true. Yes. You know,
we have enough drama going on without that, you know?
Completely. It's funny when, you know, sometimes when you're single, you're like, oh God, I'm so glad I'm single. But then you're in a marriage, or you're not in a marriage, but we're partners, and it's just so much easier when you have someone by your side. It really is. So.
Yeah, where it's like one of those things where, you know, it's like, okay, I gotta go dig a hole for a dead body. Okay, I'll get you the shovel, you know, and there's no questions. That's just it. Right. I don't gotta ask why. It's just, I'll go get the shovel, you know.
Yes.
Anyway, so
where are the bodies buried?
I said too much. Blink twice if we should stop. No. So Chuck, at the FayWhat show, we always want to get to know our guests better, right? So we play a game called Say What with FayWhat. All right. And it's our version of the or game. So basically, I give you options and you answer. Like, if I say The View or Abbott Elementary, what would you say?
That's tough. I would probably say Abbott.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Now we're playing. Ready? Okay. Pasta or rice?
Pasta.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Spider or snake?
Oh God, I hate them both. I would probably say snake.
Okay. Toilet paper end over or toilet paper end under?
Oh, over for sure.
Right? Because you're a normal person. People are
Yes.
weird. Who
People
does
are so
that?
strange.
You know that I'll switch it over at people's houses because it's so odd?
I've done
saying.
the same thing.
Just say. Sunrise or sunsets?
Sunset.
Barbara Streisand or Liza Minnelli?
Barbara.
Pickleball or tennis?
I've never played pickleball, but I think pickleball.
You've never played, but I'm still going to pick it. That's
Yes, because I hate tennis. So
it. There you go. Sausage or bacon?
sausage.
New phone or new pair of shoes?
Oh gosh. New pair of shoes.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Fishing or hunting?
Fishing.
Blue or green?
Blue.
Silver or gold?
Silver.
Vacation or staycation?
Vacation.
Oprah Winfrey or Deepak Chopra?
Oprah Winfrey.
The Beatles or Elvis?
Beatles.
Morning sex or afternoon sex?
Both. I mean, morning.
San Francisco or Los Angeles?
Oh geez, San Francisco.
Brunettes or blondes?
Brunettes.
Leather bar or karaoke bar?
Oh, leather bar for
Yeah!
sure.
All right, you got to look into that camera and give them your best FayWhat. Here we go.
1,
2, 3.
FayWhat!
There you go. Thank you, Chuck King, for being on the FayWhat Show. Please make sure to follow him and the Eagle Wilton Manors and Lauderdale Tropical Bear Week. IG is Lauderdale Tropical Bear Week. Also on Facebook is also Lauderdale Tropical Bear Week.
Exactly.
And the website is lauderdaleTropicalBearWeek.com.
Oh,
Okay?
no, just LauderdaleTropicalBear.com.
Oh, perfect.
Sorry.
Perfect. So get your tickets now, okay? Because you know that it's going to sell out.
It's going to sell out.
And it's
yes.
going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And you're going to miss out. And you're going to be looking through the fence going, I want to be there with the bears. What happened?
I promise you'll have